what's going on. Just a sort of spare of the minute video. Basically, with things like The Hitcher on the horizon being released on the 30th of September, next Monday, the big 4K release from Second Sight, and of course, A Nightmare on Elm Street in October making its debut on 4K. Perhaps one of the most anticipated and sought after horror films to reach the format. It got me thinking, and I thought I'd do this kind of not too long, but special edition of the fantasy bookings that I sometimes do. I know I've done two prior. I did Day of the Dead, which is having a bit of a trouble apparently getting a 4K release, and but we'll get one day, I suppose. But and I did what was the other one that I did? Oh, the Nightmare on Elm Street box set. And I think that's the only two I've done for these fantasy releases. But here's episode sort of 3 of that series. What I'm going to do is I've picked out a bunch of films on Blu-ray, one on DVD, and basically I'm just going to fantasy sort of release them, how I'd like to see them. Quick disclaimer, if any of these have already been announced, like within a few hours, then obviously they're being released. But to my knowledge, as of right now, they're not, they don't have a pending release date for 4K. So I have two of these films on Blu-ray. They're very hard to get. They have DVD sets and they're available on DVD, but they do go for quite a pretty penny. And that's the Blind Dead series. So I have these two. I have Tombs of the Blind Dead from Synapse and Night of the Seagulls on the Scream Factory line. These two. And basically, what I'm thinking is, wouldn't it be great if we could just get an awesome Blu-ray set and 4K set of all of the films? I've seen a couple of them on YouTube. They're available on there if you wish to view them. Obviously, the quality is not exactly to the best standard, but you can watch these films on YouTube. And these are the two that I own on Blu-ray. I would love to see The Blind Dead. This one's fantastic, Tombs of the Blind Dead. It's got great atmosphere and just a cool, creepy little number, this one. Well worth a pick up. This is the Synapse release, the standard one from last year. I didn't go for the Steelbook. A little bit out my price range for that time. However, I think, like, let's fantasy sort of release it. So let's say Arrow Video get these movies. So all the Blind Dead movies, there's 4 or 5, I think. Maybe 4. I've seen 4. There might be 5. But let's say Arrow Video, they get all the Blind Dead series, release it in like both territories, UK and USA, because Arrow operate in those territories, and let's get an amazing box set with all the films in every Blind Dead movie. They can do, as they normally do, they'll release a Blu-ray set and of course a 4K UHD set with fantastic packaging, nice box set, kind of similar to what I'd say to what they did with Due on the Grudge. That nice box set. You've got your art cards and stuff, and your posters for each film in the separate Amaray cases. So come in a nice box, like say for example Due on the Grudge. You get each film individual Amaray case, maybe the thin ones, I don't mind, or the UK 14mm ones, Europe 14mm ones, should I say, because they have them in Germany and stuff as well. Or we could have 11mm, which they normally use in the US. But Arrow Video, they put out every Blind Dead film on an individual disc. Fantastic looking box with beautiful artwork. Inside you've got all your supplements with your films on each on an individual Amaray with brand new commissioned artwork, and the original theatrical artwork, of course, reversible sleeve. You get a book for the set, like a perfect bound book, maybe even a hardbound book, whatever sort of they want to go for. And Arrow Video, they put out the complete Blind Dead series. I'm sure a lot of people would want that, and I've heard people say that Arrow would be fantastic at putting these films out, and I completely agree. So let's get the Blind Dead, say, from Arrow Video. This is just a fantasy. Someone else might put them out, but we're going to get it one day. But I would like to see Arrow, kind of in the vein of like Due on the Grudge set, putting out all the Blind Dead films, individual Amaray cases, all the supplements, all the stuff, Whistle and Bells, new transfers, new 4K transfers. Give us a 4K set and a Blu-ray set. So we've got multiple options depending on what your personal preferences and what you like to collect. But let's get the Blind Dead films. Imagine Arrow putting all these Blind Dead movies out in an incredible set. Another film, this is for a 4K release. It has a Blu-ray from Blue Underground, and that's The Prowler. Great slasher movie, got effects from Tom Savini. I think it's also known as Rosemary's Killer is the alternative title. This is a fun slasher movie from, I believe it's 1980. Just have a quick look, guys, see if I can find the date on this 1981. The Prowler's from. Awesome slasher. I'd love to see, let's say, Fantasy release it. Blue Underground, who have released the Blu-ray prior, they released the 4K. You know, Blue Underground do a good job with the 4Ks. I have Zombie Flesh Eaters and House by the Cemetery from them, great 4Ks. Imagine if Blue Underground put out a nice 4K of the Prowler. Doesn't even have to be a big set, just a great transfer with great features, perhaps just with a lovely slipcover, maybe even a lenticular, like, and options as well for different artwork, like they did with Dead and Buried. I don't actually have that 4K myself, I just have the Blu-ray with the new 4K transfer on that, which I'm happy with. But, you know, imagine Blue Underground putting out a 4K of the Prowler. Another film I would love to see on 4K is Mario Bava's A Bay of Blood. This is kind of like a proto-slasher, one of the first sort of, like, you know, slasher movies out there from like 1971, I believe. Awesome movie, set in the Bay, gritty kills. It's a gritty film. It's got a cool soundtrack as well, cool score to go along with the antics of the film. I'd love to see Arrow Video release a limited edition thick set, you know, like the big sets, like they did with Blood and Black Lace, which is also a Mario Bava film. So same sort of thing, brand new commissioned artwork on the limited edition box with the Amray case in the perfect bound book and the poster, all that good, all them goodies. Bay of Blood on 4K from Arrow in a limited edition set would just blow my mind. I'd love to see that. Another film, I think, and a lot of people would agree, like I said before, I did a disclaimer, so I haven't done too much research for this video, so some of these might even been announced in a couple of months. If they have, I'm wrong. But let's get Frankenhooker on 4K. This is a fun movie from Frank Henenlotter. It's one of the funniest ones he's done, I think. Great film. Yeah, just wacky and odd and plenty of fun. You got those exploding prostitutes. And I'd love to see this get a 4K. I don't even mind who releases it. Let's just get a 4K of Frankenhooker. So I'm not going to overly fantasy release this one, but I'd love to see Frankenhooker get a 4K from somebody, from any territory. It will be awesome. If there is a Frankenhooker 4K out there, again, I'm a bit wrong, but I'd love to see like a, you know, like maybe even a Synapse or something. I think they have the Blu-ray over in the US. Synapse could do a cool job with a Frankenhooker 4K, or Arrow Video limited edition set for in the UK and perhaps US, whichever, you know, wherever they want to release. But yeah, let's get Frankenhooker on 4K. And here's one, a movie that's kind of like, I don't know, like maybe stuck in physical media purgatory a little bit, and that is Stephen King's The Night Flyer. I have the DVD. This is a fun vampire film, you know, about a journalist trying to track down this mysterious figure who arrives in different areas via aeroplane, and blood and murders follow. I think I would love to see this film get a Blu-ray release or a 4K. To the best of my knowledge, it doesn't have a Blu-ray anywhere, and a 4K would just be out of this world. So even a Blu-ray would satisfy me. Maybe, again, maybe an Arrow Video could put out a limited edition set, or even just a standard, not a standard, but a limited edition slipcover set. You know, when Arrow do those slipcover editions, Blu-ray or 4K, or perhaps both. Can we please get The Night Flyer on a high definition physical media format, because this is a good Stephen King one, and yeah, I'd love to see it. Final two now. Like I say, just a quick video, just a few of my thoughts. This is what I've been thinking about tonight, just having a couple of Southern comforts, and I just thought I'd pop a video on YouTube. I want to see these two movies get a 4K release. So here's the Blu-rays. We have the 2003 remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Awesome movie. It's got the addition of the character Sheriff Hoyt, which I will talk about when I talk about this movie. I do like to mention him, played by Ali Ermey from Full Metal Jacket and other movies. Let's get this on 4K. I could see Scream Factory doing this, because they're doing a lot of the more 2000s modern horror remakes and stuff. You know, they've just done Amityville Horror, which I'm yet to pick up, but I will. They've just done Friday the 13th, 2009. They're doing like Drag Me to Hell soon on 4K, and what else have they got coming out? They've got Land of the Dead coming. I think that's a 2004 film. But let's get Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake from 2003, on 4K. Scream Factory perhaps, or as well as if they want to release in the UK, Arrow, let's do it. Let's get it out there. I love this remake. It's probably my favourite remake, and I'd love to see it get the 4K treatment. Don't mind what label, not too, you know, not too set on which label, but I just want to see it get a 4K somewhere so I can pick it up because I really enjoy it. And the follow-up to that from 2006, the gorier follow-up, I'd say, is Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. Again, it stars Ali Ermey as Sheriff Hoyt. It's in that timeline. They're the Hoyts. They're not the Sawyers like they are in the original series, but let's get The Beginning also on 4K. Again, as well as the remake, I could see Scream Factory doing this with a nice 4K slipcover edition. Let's get these two on 4K. Arrow could do it in the UK. You know, number of labels could pop this one out, but it'd be great to see it. Anyway, that's my quick video. There's just some sort of fantasy releasing I'd like to see. Yeah. If you'd like to comment, if you watch this video, that would be amazing. I'd like to know what you would like to see hit the 4K format, or is there anything that's in purgatory on DVD and VHS that you would like to see, even get a Blu-ray perhaps, as well as a 4K? Like, why not both if it's possible? But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.